Representative Pramila Jayapal and some other progressives met with Nancy Pelosi, and they got a commitment that the Progressive Caucus will now get proportional representation in House committees. Now, that might not seem like a big deal. It might seem like common sense, but that is a big deal. So let me show you this tweet from Matt Stoller. He says, basically, the progressives have assertive ideological leadership for the first time I've ever seen. Representative Mark Pocan and Representative Jayapal are saying they want progressive oversight of banks and hedge funds, the CIA, telecoms, oil tech platforms, and trade deals. And then underneath that, you see Matt Stoller also said, this is a huge deal. Progressives normally go on the kittens and hugs committees, while centrists take the guns and money committees. Representative Mark Pocan and Jayapal want Congressional Progressive Caucus members on appropriations, ways and means, banking, intelligence, energy, and commerce. So, that is a giant win for the left because it means we'll actually have a say in crafting legislation. So that's huge. Now, there is a catch, and you knew this was coming. Now, Representative Jayapal is a Justice Democrat, and on the issue, she's fantastic. In order to cut this deal, there's more progressive support now of Pelosi for Speaker. It hurts. It hurts to hear that. Now, allow me to say, I don't doubt for a second Representative Pramila Jayapal's commitment to left-wing priorities. She believes in Medicare for All, for example, just as much as I do, and just as much as any of you do. And I think that she's genuinely trying to work the system to get us to these left-wing goals. So I don't at all question her integrity. But do I think it's fair to question the deal being made here? Sure. I think that's fair. Honestly, I don't know if I'd take the deal. I want progressives on the committees either way and maybe not supporting Nancy Pelosi at the same time. Now, my understanding is that at this point, there are actually more people who are the blue dog Democrats, who are the centrist Democrats. Those people are now blocking Pelosi speakership more than the left people. So, my whole thing is I think those blue dogs and actual progressives should form an alliance to block Pelosi and get a different speaker. But of course, the blue dog people want to get rid of Pelosi and they want to replace her with somebody further to the right. And of course, the progressives want to get rid of Pelosi and replace Pelosi with somebody further to the left. But she's right on that bubble of having the votes that she needs in order to become speaker again, and I think it's likely she will become speaker again. But here's the thing that most people are not aware of, is the politics happening behind the scenes for her to try to get to that position, and basically this is one of the things that's happening, where Pelosi is saying, okay, all right, crazy progressives, because she's of course not really that progressive, but all right, you far lefties, if you guys support me, I will give you proportional representation on the committees, which means you guys will have a direct hand in crafting legislation from here on out. So I don't know. Would you guys take that deal? I don't know if I would take that deal. That's a hard thing to wrap your mind around and a hard thing to make a decision on. Because at the end of the day, you do get more direct progressive influence over legislation, which is absolutely necessary. But is it a price worth paying to have Pelosi as speaker as a result of that? See, so Jayapal came out and said, oh yeah, Pelosi for speaker. What people don't get is the deal that she made behind the scenes to bring her to that position. Jayapal would not have supported Pelosi if Pelosi didn't give massive concessions. So that's an important piece of context that people need to know. But having said that, I still don't know how I feel about the deal. I love the fact that now it looks like the actual left will be on the committees. That is a gigantic step in the right direction. But is it worth the cost? I don't know.